everyone, it's Ian from Cromford Collector's Corner. I'm here today to show you this week's amazing Wall of Pleasure, which is my constantly rotating little display that I have in my semi-rural geekery in Cromford in Derbyshire. So I'm going to show you some things today that in my opinion are pretty special. I'll try and tell you a couple of little facts about them as we go along, and I will insert nice clear pictures of these comics into this video so that you'll be able to see them in a bit more detail, because these are all bagged and boarded and then in mylar bags, so they'll be a bit reflective when I show them on this video, but as I say, I'll insert images so you can see them a bit better. So what I have here is a collection of DC comics, all from sort of late Silver Age of American comics. These date between, I think, the late 60s to the mid 70s. So sort of Silver Age and into the Bronze Age. There's a couple of sort of minor key issues on here, and hopefully a couple of interesting things. Certainly things that I don't see very often in semi-rural Derbyshire. Yeah, so we're going to start first. I'm going to go from the earliest to the latest here, and I'm going to show you this issue of World's Finest first. And World's Finest, DC's World's Finest comic, which I will show here, was first published in 1941 and ran until 1986. This one is a 1966 copy. It's fine, and I've put £12 on it, so it's quite an affordable Silver Age comic. This is a cover by Kurt Swan, George Klein and Ira Schnapp. And one of the little interesting things here I like, this is the known as the checkerboard design on the top, and this lasted between I think 1966 and 1967, and it was quite an innovative approach for DC. I believe that they became aware that a lot of comics were sold on the newsstand, and where you could just sort of see the top of the comics, they were all sat in front of each other, and DC decided that it might be quite good, that it was quite recognisable, that you had that checkerboard design, you'd be able to spot your DCs straight away. So that's a lovely 1966 World's Finest, yeah, for £12. And handle these very carefully because I don't want to drop them. The next one is a copy of Adventure Comics. This is a lovely 1968 copy, which I will show now. And Adventure Comics was a very long running, or is a very long running comic from DC. Published, I think, first in 1938, and Volume 1 really lasted until the New 52 era. But this is a cover by Neil Adams from 1968. It's a very fine plus. That's really beautiful. It's a minor key issue because it's the first appearance of a character called the Chemical King, and that one is £20. Obviously commonly features Superboy Adventure Comics. The next one is an issue of Wonder Woman, and I genuinely do not see many 60s Wonder Womans very often. So this is Wonder Woman from 1969. This is issue 182 of Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman was first published in 1942. Although I think the character first appeared in 1941 in All-Star Comics number 8, but really continuously had her own comic since those days. This is a 1969 Fine Plus Mike Sekowsky cover on Wonder Woman. That's a lovely, beautiful thing. If you like 60s Wonder Woman, that's £20. The next one is an issue of one of DC's brilliant horror anthology comics. This is The Witching Hour. This is The Witching Hour number 11. So The Witching Hour was just one of several DC horror anthology titles at this time. This was published between 1969 and 1978 before it eventually was became part of another comic, The Unexpected, which I'll show you in a minute. This is from 1970. It's a very fine cover copy, and it's a Neil Adams cover, that one. Really cool. That's £25 if you want a 1970 issue of The Witching Hour. The next one is a copy of The Unexpected. And The Unexpected was initially called Tales of the Unexpected and started in 1956, was retitled The Unexpected, I think, in 1968, and then lasted until 1982. This one, issue, this is one of the Super DC Giants, Super DC Giant number 23, from 1971, featuring The Unexpected. The Unexpected is a classic comic of its era. This cover is by Bob Brown, Frank Giacoia, and Joe Giella. Lovely. That one, I say, very fine minus, £25. Don't see those very often. Well, none of these do you see very often in my neck of the woods, to be fair. And the last one is an issue of Wanted. Let's have a look at that. Wanted was a sort of DC anthology comic that reprinted earlier material that focused mainly on the sort of villainous elements of the DC universe. It lasted between 1972 and 1973. This is a Murphy Anderson cover. Yeah, that is a near mint minus 1972 copy of Wanted number 1, and I've put £20 on that. Put that up there nice and carefully. Stay there. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully that's quite interesting for you, and a nice representation of the kind of unusual bits that I do come across in my little shop in Derbyshire. So please feel free to contact me if you would like anything like that, or if you want to find me on Facebook. I'm currently my pet Dalek outside, Dalek Zen, is currently managing my Facebook business, or I'm on Instagram as Secondhand Geekery. Or drop me a line on here, or Google Cromford Comic Shop, because you will find me. Thank you so much, everyone. You all take care, okay? See you later. Bye.